Well, yesterday I covered the situation with Lil Baby and the unaliving of the two 13-year-olds last year during a video shoot where the police department was alleging that Lil Baby and his crew did a video, where they shot a video in the rival gang on the rival gang turf. And all hell broke loose. And after the smoke cleared, two 13-year-olds was unalive and an 11-year-old was also harmed in this situation, right? Now, Lil Baby has since responded. He had his lawyer respond. Some of his homies are responding online, and they're saying that they had nothing to do with this. People online need to stop trolling. But you know what we do know? We know that we have two unalive 13-year-olds, an 11-year-old that was also hit. We know that allegedly his crew or his homies was shooting the video. Now, was he there? Was he not there? We don't know. But the police department know that they've been picking up the bodies in the last 2 years of gang violence within those communities, right? So a lot of times you guys like to say that we need more black police officers in the community. We need more black businesses and more black this, right? But when the police officer went on TV and said what he said, I hope that he has proof. If not, Lil Baby can sue. But what if that police officer was also correct in what he said? Y'all still gonna have a problem with the cop? See, a lot of times y'all don't want the community to be cleaned up. Y'all want to be able to just get away with what you want to get away with. You don't care if people's terrorizing the community, right? Some of the people in the community are fed up and they're tired. They're tired. You know, Lil Baby, until he changed his style, was promoting gangsterism. He was promoting the bang bang anywhere stuff. He was promoting all that. That was his music. He celebrated that kind of stuff. He made millions of dollars off of it, right? So we're not going to sit here and act like he's innocent and everything. But let's revisit why we're here now and what that black police officer said when he was on the podium speaking. Check this out.
Atlanta police now blame the deaths of two Atlanta teens last summer on a violent street gang in our community. Good evening. Thanks so much for joining us for Fox 5 News at 5. I'm Tom Haynes.
I'm Courtney Bryant. Just hours ago, APD announced they now have charged 7 people with the murders. Fox 5's Tyler Fingert is live at Atlanta Police Headquarters to tell us what we're finding out. Tyler?
Yeah, Courtney, good evening to you. Investigators say two 13-year-olds were innocent victims caught in a gang retaliation shooting while celebrating a birthday.
The overall theme of this case is grown men playing gangster.
Atlanta police say these are the innocent faces of gang violence in Atlanta. Two of them, 13-year-old boys Jacody Davis and Lamont Freeman, were killed. And 11-year-old Dontavius Davis was wounded last July in a shooting on Spark Street. APD says Freeman was killed on his 13th birthday.
Lamont Freeman was allowed to be a 13-year-old for 27 minutes. Before gang violence ultimately took his life.
During an afternoon news conference, investigators blamed the deadly shooting on a local rapper. They said the attack was in retaliation for the rapper entering a rival gang's territory to film a music video.
In the subsequent days, we saw homicides and shootings, and ultimately the deaths of 2 children as a result of his cowardly actions, and you know who you are.
Authorities say a high-ranking member of the Goodfellas gang who was incarcerated orchestrated the attack using a smuggled cell phone. Following those instructions, the suspects opened fire at an apartment complex where the 3 young teens were gathered to celebrate Freeman's birthday. Police say they weren't the targets.
These kids were innocent victims. So when we talk about the gang involvement, these two 13-year-olds and this 11-year-old, they didn't have a gang involvement.
Those arrested were identified as Keontae Sanders, Richard Hollis, Reginald Thomas, DeKeithion Mobley, Marcus Crawford, Tradon Crawford, and Allie Caldwell. The final 2 were arrested Tuesday. Police had some tough talk for those responsible.
Goodfellas Criminal Street Gang being one of the most hyper-violent gangs in the city of Atlanta, and we will pursue you relentlessly in making sure that we keep this city safe and suppressing violence.
And the investigation continues. There is a $50,000 reward for information about this case. We're live in downtown Atlanta tonight. Tyler Fingert, Fox 5 News.
Good to know police are finally getting some answers. Tyler, thanks.
So, with all that being said, one of Lil Baby's homeboys, you know, he went online and he said, y'all stop sending them fake, false rumors around to people. Them lies, no truth in it. Social media have y'all passing around fake misinformation of people. Social media also have y'all rapping gangster and promoting a deaf culture amongst our people as well, right? Social media have y'all making millions of dollars, right? Off of the destruction of our people, sending a bad message to the youth. That's right too. Right? How about you write that in? So Lil Baby also, he chimed in and said, thanks for all the concerns. Please don't be misinformed by fake news. I'm overly good, right? And then his lawyer also chimed in and drew finding the part of the process, the part of the press conference on Wednesday by the Atlanta Police Department that made an obvious reference to Dominique Jones was complete and total nonsense. To say that he couldn't shoot a music video in his hometown, a place that he loves and has continued to uplift, is disgraceful. Even more, the location for a major music video shoot is a decision made by a professional team and not a decision made by any individual. Bringing his name into a conversation regarding a terrible crime for which he had absolutely no involvement is unprofessional, unethical, and shameful. Dominique is devastated about the situation because those children came from the same neighborhood he did, and he will continue to build up this community any way he can. Statements by Drew Findings and Melissa Goldberg on behalf of the firm. So that's him speaking on the situation, right? And like I said, this thing gets real goofy. It gets real goofy. What we do know is we have two children. We have two children that's unalive. And the lawyer came on there and said the things that he's supposed to say as an attorney. But that cop also know what goes on in the streets, right? Now you have citizens that might say, hey, that police officer shouldn't be naming somebody. But as a police officer, they know the gangs. They know what's going on in gang territory. They're patrolling those communities, right? So that black police officer make the statement now, and if we find out that these are friends and homeboys that's linked to Lil Baby that was there at the time, then it will link Lil Baby there. If we find out that it wasn't the case, then it wasn't the case, right? But right now, what they got to do is do a thorough investigation. The lawyer is saying what he's supposed to say. The cop is also saying what he's supposed to say, right? So now they had the backstories. Authorities say that two of the criminal street gangs in Atlanta, 4 PF, Pockets, 4 Pockets 4, and OMF, Only for My Family, are known to have a historical conflict connected to the August 21st death of a 4 PF associate, Marcus Big Mark Holland. And it says that OMF is a subset of the Goodfellas criminal street gang, police say. So like I said, all these are affiliated or associated with gangs, right? Now watch this. OMF is a subset of the Goodfellas criminal street gangs. Police say Goodfellas was reportedly established in the early 2000s and is often referred to as the mob or La Familia and La Cosa Nostra, which is Italian for this thing of ours. Every criminal activity in which the Goodfellas is engaged is allegedly geared towards making money and protecting their ability to do so. So, like I said, you got a lot of gang activity going on. We know that it's normalized and it's celebrated in our community. And also other Goodfellas stories: murder for hire plot targeting Fulton County jail officers foiled, 6 indicted, multiple gang members sentenced to prison in Cherokee County Creek in 2019. Gang kingpins in Metro Atlanta locals arrested in South Georgia's Operation No Loyalty. So the police officers and the feds already understand and know what's going on as far as the gangs. Now, when it comes to Lil Baby, could he be linked to this? We know that we got 7 men in custody. Will these men be linked to Lil Baby on that night that those 2 children was unalive? I don't give a damn about Lil Baby or those 7 men or those gangs. I care about those 2 children that was unalive. I care about the civilians of the people in Atlanta. That's who I care about. Y'all might care about them rappers and all that. I don't give a darn. I stand on business. So my thing is, if the cop was wrong, then the police department may be sued for defamation. But if that cop was right and all that was linked, because we know what goes on in those communities. We know what's going on in our communities across America. Y'all know I did my series, You Know What, to the real N-words. Y'all love that. Y'all love promoting that. And then when something happened, now all of a sudden, y'all run into protection mode of Lil Baby. Why? Why? I'm not protecting him or the cop. I'm more worried about the children. and the civilians of that community, and why they should have to be subjected to their own people wiping them out. That's what I care more for. So as more of this story come out, I'll report on it. And we're going to see. We're going to see. All right? So if you made it this far in the video, hit that like button, subscribe to Street Media TV, leave your comments in the comment section. Remember, I love y'all. Till the next time. Peace.